Are you looking for a video on how to solve word problems involving multiplication of decimals? Then this video is right for you. So, without much further ado, let's begin. Hi! My name is Rowel Carpio, a math teacher and a coach, and I do math tutorial in my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to present to you strategy in solving word problems involving multiplication of decimals with or without addition and or subtraction. So, how do we solve word problems involving multiplication of decimals? Just like any other word problems, we can follow the cube strategy in solving word problems involving multiplication of decimals with or without addition and or subtraction of decimals. What does this cube strategy stand for? So the acronym cube stands for C. Circle important numbers and labels. U. Underline the question. B. Box operation clues. E. Examine the question. And S. Solve it step by step. So let us have examples. We have here example number 1. Mary saves 5 pesos and 50 centavos a day for 15 days, while Marco saves 8 pesos and 25 centavos a day for 10 days. Who saved more and by how much? So using the cube strategy, we can start with the first letter, which is C, which stands for circle important numbers and labels. So we have here 5 pesos and 50 centavos, 15 days. We have also 8 pesos and 25 centavos, and we have also 10 days. After that, we have letter U, which stands for underline the question. And the question is, who saved more and by how much? And then we are going to proceed to our next letter, which is B, which stands for box operation clues. So the operation clues are a day. We have also here a day, and we have also more. Next letter is E, which stands for examine the question. So in this part, we are going to analyze our problem and let us find out what are we going to do in order to solve the given problem. So for us to solve the given problem, we are going to find out how much did each person save. So we can now write our number sentence. For Mary, we have 5 pesos and 50 centavos times 15, while for Marco, we have 8 pesos and 25 centavos times 10. So the next letter is S, which stands for solve. So we are going to solve our number sentence. So 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Regroup 2. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 2 is 27. So 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 5 is also 5. And then we are going to add our initial product. So you have 0, 5, so 12, regroup 1, 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1, you have 8. So, for us to identify where is the decimal point in our product, we have to count how many decimal places do we have in our factors. So, 1, 2, so 1, 2, so we have 82.50. So, in other words, Mary saves 82 pesos and 50 centavos for 15 days at 5 pesos and 50 centavos a day. So let us also find out how much did Marco save in 10 days. So 0 times 5 is 0, 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 8 is 0, 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2, 2, 1 times 8 is 8. Then we are going to add also 0, 5, 2, 8. And we are going to count how many decimal places do we have in our factors. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we have also 82 pesos and 50 centavos. So in other words, our answer to the given question, who saved more and by how much, both of them save equal amount of money. Let's proceed to our sample problem number 2. Mrs. Santiago bought 3 kilograms of fish at 150 pesos and 75 centavos per kilogram and 2 kilograms of meat at 230 pesos and 50 centavos per kilogram. how much was her change from her 1,000 peso bill. So using the cube strategy, we can start with the letter C, which stands for circle important numbers and labels. So the important numbers and labels are the following. We have here 3 kilograms, 150 pesos and 75 centavos. We have also 2 kilograms, 230 pesos and 50 centavos, and 1,000 peso bill. Next, U, which stands for underline the question. Our question is, how much was her change from her 1,000 peso bill? Next is B, which stands for box operation clues. So the operation clues are the following. We have here add here. We have also add and change. Now, next letter is E, which stands for examine the question. So in here, we are going to analyze our problem and let us find out what are we going to do in order to solve the given problem. And we are going also to write our number sentence. So since we are looking for the change that she received from her 1,000 peso bill, so when we write our equation, we have here 1,000 minus the total expenses that she incurred from buying the 3 kilograms of fish and 2 kilograms of meat. So we have here 3 times 150.75 plus the 2 kilograms at 230.5 or 0.50. So first is for us to find out how much did she spend in buying that 3 kilograms of fish. So we have here 150.75 times 3. So 3 times 5 is 15, regroup 1. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 1 is 22, regroup 2. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15, regroup 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So we are going to identify our decimal point in the product by counting the decimal places in the factors. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2 decimal points. So in other words, she spent 452 pesos and 25 centavos to buy the 3 kilograms of fish. How about the expenses in buying the 2 kilograms? So we have here 230.50 times 2. So we have 0, 2 times 5 is 10, regroup 1, 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. And then we are going to identify our decimal point in the product by counting the number of decimal places in the factors 1, 2, 1, 2. So in other words, she spent 461 pesos to buy the 2 kilograms of meat at 230 pesos and 50 centavos per kilogram. And then we are going to add these two values for us to identify how much did she spend all in all. So we have 452.25 plus 461.00. So we have here 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 2 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 6 plus 5 is 11, 1 regroup 1, 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And the decimal point in the sum is aligned with the decimal points of the addends. So the decimal point is here. So in other words, she spent a total of 913 pesos and 25 centavos. So since she has 1,000 peso bill, so we are going to subtract 913 pesos and 25 centavos from 1,000. So when we are adding or subtracting decimals, we can make the number of decimal places for the two numbers the same by adding zeros after the decimal point. So we can add decimal point and then add two zeros. So 0 minus 5 cannot be. So we are going to regroup the next digit. Since the next digit after it is 0, we have to regroup until we will reach this 1. So this 1 will become 0 and this 0 will become 10. Since the next digit is not enough, so we have to regroup this 10 and this becomes 9 and this becomes 10 and so on. So we have to regroup this one and this becomes 9 and this becomes 10 and this becomes again 9 and this becomes 10 and this becomes 9 and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 5 will give us 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 1 is 8 and 9 minus 9 is 0. So we don't need to put the 0 because that 0 has no value. The decimal point in the difference is aligned with the decimal point in our given numbers. So the decimal point is here. So in other words, her change was 86 pesos and 75 centavos. So there you have it, how to solve word problems involving multiplication of decimals with or without addition and or subtraction of decimals using the cubes strategy. So I hope that you have learned and enjoyed watching this video. See you again in my next video. Thank you.